DGS, I'm Monica Hassan and welcome to the show. In this episode, we'll take a look at one of our procurement engineers who shoots some stunning photography. We'll also gain some insight into the role of our central plant. And you'll learn how you can play a part in enriching our diversity, equity, and inclusion content. Made with you, bringing employees together. Your newscast starts now.
Hello everyone, I'm Anna Lasso, your director. April 22nd is Earth Day, and the official theme for 2023 is Invest in Our Planet. As we approach this annual event, I would like to share some of the amazing projects that the department is doing to protect our environment. During last September's unprecedented heat wave, DGS contributed 10 megawatts of energy back to the grid by curtailing energy use. The department is working to help state agencies reduce greenhouse gas emissions and dependence on grid-based energy purchases by providing solar and wind energy at state facilities. The goal of 50% renewables by 2030 is on track to be achieved through a trailblazing agreement with SMUD to purchase 34 megawatts of solar power. Not only will this bring many of our state facilities to zero net energy, but it will also save the state over $20 million. Our Sustainable Transportation Program is committed to developing charging infrastructure for both fleet and workplace ZEVs. The program has limited funding to help departments and agencies offset some costs and has installed close to 3,000 EV charging ports to date. The department is proud to share that we are on track to reach our goal of a light-duty fleet comprised of 50% ZEVs by 2025. Enjoy the show.
I'm a procurement engineer in the procurement division. I often work on specifications, and when we work on the specifications, we will often work with our counterparts in the environmentally preferable purchasing program. Those engineers and we work together to make sure that the specifications are green. And the key behind these specifications is really to make sure that the requirements are clear, the agencies are getting what they require, and the resulting solicitations are competitive. After receiving my mechanical engineering degree from UC Davis, I headed to San Francisco and worked at PG&E Corporate there as a gas engineer. And after that, I returned to graduate school at UC Davis. When I was done with that, I pivoted to supply chain at Hewlett-Packard in Roseville, where I spent 16 years. About 9.5 years ago, I came to the state and I started in ETS, so IT, where I was a project manager and business analyst. Outside work, my passions really involve anything that keeps me active in the great outdoors. Nature is my sanctuary. It allows me to center myself and recharge. Over the years, I've really focused my time on hiking and photography and fly fishing. I've enjoyed taking pictures since I was a kid, but my journey into photography really didn't solidify until I realized that it checked off all my boxes. It helps satisfy my need to solve technical problems. It helps me expand my creativity, which as an engineer, I'm not inherently creative, and forces me to be present. I never really go out with the intention of taking pictures. Instead, I simply spend time in nature. And that could involve urban environments too. But I wait for subjects to essentially call me to be photographed. And I know when to take a picture when I kind of feel it in my chest. To me, photography is about capturing my experiences and emotions. I often share my experiences with friends on Facebook. My goal is not only to tell them what's going on in my life, but also to bring them a little joy in their lives. My biggest payback, though, is when I take pictures of friends when we're out and about, and I find that they've posted it as their profile pictures on Instagram and Facebook. It really makes me feel good. When asked if I ever sell pictures, my answer is normally a resounding no, because it turns photography into work. And for me, photography is an experience, and I tell people you can have any picture you want for free, just let me know. Eventually, I'd like to get to the point where I'm good enough to teach photography, and fly fishing for that matter, to the likes of disabled veterans or underprivileged children. My primary goal behind teaching photography is to share what I've learned about the power of photography to enhance mental presence. In today's fast-paced, always-on world that we live in, I think it's very important to be able to disconnect and just be. Years ago, I was looking for hobbies I could call my passion. It wasn't until I looked back a few years later that I realized that one of my grandfather's passions was photography and the other ones was fly fishing. So I guess you could say that those hobbies are part of my blood.
Last month, for Women's History Month, Susan L. Formaker, our General Jurisdiction Division Chief Administrative Law Judge for the Office of Administrative Hearings, was named an honoree by the Los Angeles County Bar Association for her outstanding service to the legal profession. Judge Formaker has been with the Los Angeles Regional Office of OAH since September 2008. In her role, she oversees a central administrative tribunal servicing hundreds of state and local agencies. And Mia Marvelli, Executive Director of the California Building Standards Commission, was honored by the International Code Council for women breaking barriers every day in the construction industry.
The central plant is part of the Facilities Management Division. We operate 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, providing heating and cooling with steam and chilled water to 23 state buildings and the state capitol, totaling approximately 6.5 million square feet of office space in the downtown Sacramento area. The original central plant was constructed in 1968 and renovated in 2009. It now encompasses a multi-level building which houses the chiller plant, cooling towers, and the boiler plant. The objective of the central plant renovation project was to ensure compliance with current and future environmental standards. The capacity of the central plant was expanded to accommodate the increasing demands from the existing downtown campus with improved energy efficiency and environmental sustainability. Upon completion, the central plant was awarded the LEED Platinum rating by the U.S. Green Building Council. The central plant renovation was started in 2007 and commissioned in 2010. The Department of General Services has recently added 3 new buildings to the central plant campus, and another 4 existing buildings are being renovated.
Spring is in the air. This time of year means flower buds and blooming trees. But if you have seasonal allergies, it also means sneezing, congestion, a runny nose, and other bothersome symptoms. When you have allergies, your immune system makes antibodies that identify a particular allergen as harmful, even though it isn't. When you come into contact with the allergen, your immune system's reaction can inflame your skin, sinuses, airways, or digestive system. So here are 5 tips to reduce your exposure. Number 1, stay indoors on dry, windy days. The best time to go outside is after a good rain, which helps clear pollen from the air. Number 2, avoid lawn mowing, weed pulling, and other gardening chores that stir up allergens. Number 3, remove clothes you've worn outside and shower to rinse pollen from your skin and hair. Number 4, wear a face mask if you do outside chores. And number 5, if you have forced air heating or air conditioning in your house, use high-efficiency filters and keep indoor air dry with a dehumidifier.
Diversity, equity, and inclusion. Diversity is differences such as ethnicity, gender identity, age, culture. Equity is fairness. Inclusion means everyone comes to the table and contributes and participates. The intent of our historical heritage submissions are to inform, educate, acknowledge, appreciate, and hopefully dispel stereotypes and decrease biases. In 2023, we hope to get diversity, equity, and inclusion, the program here at DGS, off the ground and running. By mid-year, we should have additional information for you. We welcome any ideas or content to any of the Heritage Months for the rest of this year. If you're interested and have a heart for DEI, please send your emails to me. DEI is very important to me. We live in a diverse environment and culture and state, and there is no reason why we can't utilize that diversity, those innate talents to drive phenomenal results in every aspect of all of our shared lives.
Congratulations to Ida A. Clare on her reappointment by Governor Gavin Newsom as California State Architect. Ida has served in this termed appointment position since 2021 and more broadly at DGS since 2013. She also brings 26 years of experience in private architectural practice. DGS's Division of the State Architect is tasked with providing design and construction oversight for K-12 schools, community colleges, and various other state-owned and state-leased facilities to ensure that they comply with all structural, accessibility, and fire and life safety codes. Our Real Estate Services Division Project Management and Development Branch was honored with a Sustainability Award by the Engineering News Record for their work in overseeing the design build for the California Air Resources Board's new Southern California headquarters. The team also received a 2023 PCI Award for Design Excellence in using precast concrete with the 10th and O Street State Office Building in Sacramento. Congratulations. Thank you for watching. This show happens because of you. So remember to head over to the Hello DGS SharePoint page to submit a request to be featured on the show or to send fun story ideas. Let's end with more photography by Matt Walters. We'll meet here again soon.